gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
What is going on, everybody? So I'm running this solo until he gets here. So we are back once again for that lovely weekly show that has been illustriously called Fubar Friday. So Fubar Friday. So hopefully everybody's week has gone pretty well. My week has gone fairly decently. Everything was going good. Had some students pass. Then my bunk heater decides that it wanted to take a crap on me. So that was great. So truck is in the shop. Well, the bunk heater portion of the truck is in the shop. So if you guys who is obviously new to trucking or doesn't know really about trucking, we have things that are inside the truck that we don't have to idle it all the time. We have things that are called APUs. These APUs allows like a little diesel generator that's on the outside of the truck that allows the truck to basically run all the electronics and climate control inside the truck without running the engine. Well, we also have a bunk heater that is in there that is powered by that APU. So when I got cold in the middle of the night, I was thinking like, why the heck am I getting cold? I shouldn't be getting cold. I have a bunk heater. Reached down, bunk heater wasn't blowing. I had taken it into our shop here in Springfield, and guys, we are pushing 10 days out at that shop. So I wasn't going to have to wait 10 days. I wasn't going to wait 10 days without any heat, having to go to a hotel for 10 days. Yeah, I'm not doing that. So I went over to Thermo King. So the truck was over at Thermo King. Everything got fixed. It's sitting over there now. So it's got a few other things I'm trying to get done with it, but then hopefully get back into the truck tomorrow, get back to a sense of normalcy. But so hopefully you guys have had a good week. I do know that there's been a lot of different conversations that have gone on this week. A lot of them have been on Facebook about the new pay and everything like that. And then I started seeing there's been a lot of people that are cutting bait and leaving Prime. Now, that's not to say that doesn't happen a lot. It does happen quite a bit. You have Prime has a fairly high turnover rate. So, I mean, but also the thing is too, is we don't really look at those numbers, or at least I don't have those numbers in front of me, that we also, a lot of those people that leave, they end up coming back. So.
Fubar, what?
You're late.
I'm not late.
Yeah, you are.
Open appointments on baby. Open the flatbed.
So, my co-host
I see what you
almost
did there.
disconnects the entire damn show.
No, I see what you did there.
Oh, yeah, I flipped it this time. So, by he, you mean Justin.
Hi,
is
everybody.
back. Oh, Timmy Turbo's back, and he changed his name back. So now, instead of Show Me Your Titties, is now back to Timmy Turbo 2. Why are we Timmy Turbo 2? Is Timmy Turbo 1 already taken?
What happened to Timmy Turbo?
Exactly. Is this number 2
Why
or
is
number
it
1?
Timothy?
Exactly.
Why are we being all...
Timothy Turbo.
Hello, Mr. Timothy Turbo.
So I was talking. Well, we got nobody that's in here right now, but there's start coming in. Yeah. No, Timmy. Well, we got 3 now. So,
Yay,
so
hi,
a lot of people have been leaving Prime from what I've been seeing, like with the Facebook and everything like that.
Where do you see these things?
On the Prime different? Well, there's not Prime associated pages. There's like 2 or 3 that are Prime associated pages, but this one was the Prime Inc. professional drivers page.
Mm-hmm. And like they announced that they're leaving?
Yeah, they're going in there saying, "Hey, these loads are crap. I'm not making the money. I'm leaving."
Oh.
So it's like this is
why did they feel the need to go in there and be like, I'm quitting?
I don't know. I think they just want to have people freaking,
They're stupid.
they're stupid. But the thing is like, oh, I want to have somebody needs
I'm
to
gonna
convince
tell
me to say.
people I'm leaving.
Exactly. Like they want to leave in like a huge, in a big old hoopla and shit. But
This is uncomfortable.
it was that way last time.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, because the bar's on that side now.
Maybe on Tuesday when I wasn't here.
Tuesday I had it rotated where I was actually like old school way.
No.
The reason why we did it before is because normally we
I
talk
can't
to.
fit my chair under.
I couldn't fit my chair under.
Well, my chair's more important.
Just your chair bigger.
My chair's more important.
So, why do you think that there would be reasons why that these guys would end up leaving?
Well, I mean, I feel like they put it out there already, right? Like the loads aren't paying what they used to.
What's
So
the
they're
loads aren't
unhappy
paying,
with that.
and how could they justify it? Paid what they used to.
If something in their company, dude, it pays me the same no matter what.
It does, but also it's like
like if you're saying they're down from what they used to be,
right?
What makes you think they're up somewhere else?
Exactly.
Which is why this is a revolving door. People leave and then they come back because they think the grass is greener on the other side.
And it never is. It's always green colored concrete. But there are some places that end up being better. I guess for them, I guess it's more so of an individual situation. So I mean, I don't know. I personally, and this is coming from somebody who has left. I left and came back.
You're stupid.
I was. I thought it was greener, but it worked for my particular situation. Like I was.
But did it?
If they would have done what they said they were going to do, yes.
But this is thing number one. This is what I try to tell students sometimes when they're sitting around and all that. A recruiter's job is to get you in the door.
Yeah,
like I learned this the hard way when I worked for Martin.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, these companies really don't really give a shit about you.
They don't.
So when I worked for Martin, you know what I mean? Like I decided that my time with Martin, I was done with it because those people suck. Or at least my experience was. You know what I mean? Like it was a horrible experience for me. And so when I quit, they flew me out to Atlanta. You know what I mean? Like I sat in Atlanta, did my orientation in Atlanta. You know what I mean? Like, so I asked the guy I was going to go work for was actually out of Tampa.
Right.
So he was going to drive up from Tampa to Atlanta to pick me up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, so I was like, hey, I'm going to put in my 2-week notice. I'd like to turn my truck back in down in Atlanta.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, they sent me out to Indiana. Like, I don't know if that my fleet manager lady doesn't know how to hear or what. But anyway, they sent me to Indiana.
Maybe.
So I cleaned out the truck. You know what I mean? Like, was trying to get to Atlanta. They sent me to Indiana. Said, don't care. This is where you're going to drop off your truck. Blah, 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 blah. I get there. So the guy flips it out, gets me a flight from Indiana to Tampa. You know what I mean? Like, I get to Indiana. I drop the truck off, and I'm like, hey, can I catch the shuttle over to the airport?
Right.
No, you don't work here anymore.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like, what we can do is call you a cab and take it out of your last check, though. Oh. You know what I mean? Like, these people don't care. Like, once you're in the building, it's on you to get yourself home. You know what I mean? Like, so if you decide to quit, like, you first got to get your money up. So you're going to at least run us a load or 3. You know what I mean? Like, and then you'll quit. So we got something out of you. You know what I mean? Like, and then it's on you to get your ass from wherever they.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
I think it also it's a money deal too. So I mean, you got to realize too that these are businesses. As much as they want to say that they're about you and that they are.
But if I ever get in charge, because I think this is screwed up.
Mm-hmm.
If I ever get in charge of anything for whatever reason,
Right.
somebody might put me in charge of something.
I mean, somebody's not.
That would be a fight that I would want to have.
Right.
So if you decide, like, you know what, I'm tired of Prime.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna work for Prime anymore. You know what I mean? Like, and you're let's just say you're down in Oklahoma.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, and you decide I'm gonna go home, and you leave your truck at the truck stop in Oklahoma. You're like, Prime, truck's over at the truck stop. I'm done. I'm out.
Right.
They're gonna hit you with
Abandonment.
right abandonment of equipment.
Yep.
There should be a law called abandonment of a driver. You had no problem getting me to your fucking building when I needed the job and when you wanted me to run for you. But now that you've treated me like shit and I want to go home, you should have to pay for me to get home.
I agree. I think any good company would want to do that. I mean,
Even Prime doesn't.
they don't do it, and
Now,
so
in fairness, they at least would have shoveled me to the airport.
they would have. Yeah, they would have shoved you to the airport.
And that's really all I needed. I had a flight home.
Right.
But there should be a thing called abandonment of a driver because that's how they lure you in. And
I agree.
Stuff.
And unfortunately, you have a lot of companies that go. None of these companies are really going to give a shit about you. Period. As much as you want to try to sugarcoat or any kind of thing like that,
You was trying too.
I was, and they don't really care. This is a monetary type of business. This is like they're figuring that your replacement's coming on the bus anyway. So
Right.
there's so much of a high turnover in this industry, really.
And part of it too, though, is there's a lot of people who quit because this just never really was for them. You know what I mean? Like, so,
true.
You know what I mean? Like, I tell my students all the time, man, a year and a day. You know what I mean? Like, you do your 1 year, and generally you might walk out the door the day after.
Right.
Like, you know what? I don't want to do this no more. I want to be home. I want this. I want that.
Right.
And honestly, Prime is expecting that. So Prime is looking at, I have a year to convince you that you want to keep doing this.
Right.
But we also have a good understanding that you want to be home and you want to be, you know what I mean? Like, everybody wants that good, put me home all the time job.
True.
You know what I mean? Like, so.
They do, and it's the.
But some people get like 2 months in and they're like, yo, forget this, man. I can't be away from my family that long.
And there's a lot of people that come out here that they just gotten married and they're coming out here and doing this. So I mean,
I came to Prime right after I got married.
Sometimes it'll work for people.
But I was a driver before I got married.
Right.
Too,
So I mean, coming into a new industry, it's like that's a tough one.
What it is, you're taking up too much space.
I'm a big dude, and you're not sitting close enough to the table.
I can't get any closer to the fucking table.
But when I went to Fry Miller, they had promised, and this is all, but it's a bunch of empty promises. But most companies end up doing this. It's like we do at the time. My family was based. I had family in Oklahoma City. I had family that was out in California. So if I had a run that was able to go in between Oklahoma City and California, that'd have been great. Their main freight goes out to Cali. They pick up Cali, comes back over here to Oklahoma City, and then they go from there. So there were lanes to run I-40. That was what I was promised when I went there.
Right.
I went there. I went the opposite direction and stayed in Arkansas and Alabama for a week. And I'm like, this is not what I was wanting. This is not what I was told was going to happen. And they were like, well, like we do what we can. And I had to repower most of all my stuff that I repowered like 3 flipping people that week. And I'm like, good Lord. And I mean, the trucks were great. It was a KW. It was a really nice truck. It was an 8-speed. I enjoyed it. The
8-speed.
And that was my main allure was going over there. Not the 8 fact that it was an 8-speed, but the fact that they had the Kenworths. I really wanted out of a Freightliner. I fucking still want out of a goddamn Freightliner. And I will get my chance here in next month. So this is That's what got me to go there. It didn't end up being what it was supposed to be, so I came back over here. Now, I would like to see the numbers because I know that there's a lot of people that leave Prime. I would like to see, because we have a major turnover, I would like to see the numbers of those that come back after they leave, like retreads.
But I mean, we've seen a bunch of people we know do it. So I mean,
if we've seen people that we know do it, I would assume that there's a hell of a lot more.
Some people are indecisive in their life making anyway. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just a matter of like, hey, like, oh, I want to do this. Oh, like, because you think you want to be home and then you miss the check.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so you come back and like, man, you got to commit to it. You know what I mean? Like, and as a student, you should just commit to your year because you need that. I explain to my students all the time. You need that year experience anyway to even get one of those decent local jobs. You know what I mean? Like, Pepsi will hire you after 6 months, but you're doing a lot of extra shit with Pepsi too. For like, I always say like, hey, you're gonna get like 13, 15 from Pepsi, and then with 6 months, you know what I mean? Like a year is gonna bump you up to like 18 to 20. Obviously, depending on where you live,
Right.
18 to 20, 22, something like that. 2 years is gonna get you 25 to 30. You know what I mean? Like, these are the numbers you're looking at based off of your experience.
Right. Experience is a big deal unless you're going to go back to a mom and pop company that says they have no problem with the fact that you don't have experience. This is a company where you can stay to get your experience. So, I mean, hell, the next step over, which a lot of people end up going to, which end up being Walmart. Walmart requires, what, 30 months or something like that. But at least 2.5 years of experience before they'll let you even come in.
Right, but some people are looking for, like, because I'm talking like the Saya, Holland, you know what I mean, like Yellow. Like, these companies, they're going to be more local. They might have you start as regional, but you're going to get more home time from these people. You know what I mean? Like, but you still want to have that year experience walking there. Most of them require you to have the year experience anyway. You know what I mean? Like, where, you know what I mean? Like, and those cats that will take you on a local gig or a regional gig or something like that will take you in, you know what I mean? Like, that know you want to be home, like, hey, I'm going to put you home a bunch, this and that. They know they own you, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because there's nowhere you can go.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, none of the reputable companies will take you without at least 6 months to a year's worth of experience.
No, they won't. They can't. Because when it comes to insurance,
right? They're not paying that high premium on the insurance.
No,
like,
there's
the reason why Prime, Swift, Schneider, and all these guys can take people right out of class is because they're self-insured.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they're self-bonded. So with that self-bonding, like, there's really no extra on top of, you know what I mean? Like I don't care how old you are. When you get your CDL for the first time, it's like being 16 and having a car again. When it comes to insurance, you know what I mean? Like, when you first got in the car at 16 with your insurance, you were paying a high premium.
Oh,
Trust me, I still pay. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, hell, I was paying. It was pretty. It did not start dropping off until I was 25. So it was, yeah, those premiums are pretty damn high. And I mean, they're that much more high even for, because I mean, heck, I know that as a company, I know that we've had to search several different insurance carriers to where they would actually end up giving us a decent rate, because the fact is we're a training company. So, I mean, that's another thing too, is whenever you're a training company, they know that you have less experienced people operating these vehicles, so your premium is going to be that much higher.
right.
So it's those things. But yeah, I've seen a lot of people that are leaving, and honestly, man, if you're going to leave, why do you want to put it on Facebook? Like, why is it? Do you want some self gratification that so it's like, oh,
that's what I'm trying to figure out. Why in the hell would you even put that on Facebook?
Exactly, you're just bouncing.
All right, bro. Dude.
Exactly. Have,
you know what I mean? Like, none of us really care.
No, we'll
you know
see.
What I mean? Like, good luck in your next adventure. Hopefully, it works out.
Right.
Have a nice day, dude. Whatever.
Man, this whole week's been crazy when it comes to weather-wise, though.
Oh, dude.
Good
Get the weather.
night. I haven't. One here, not too bad. It's been going back and forth between warm, cold, warm, cold. So you know everybody's gonna get fucking sick, aren't they?
Yeah, I've been sick.
Exactly. Everybody's gonna get fucking sick.
I got the wife sick. That was a bad idea.
Yeah, that's never a good idea.
Yeah. No.
So, like California, man, holy shit. I mean, however, you would never think to go out in California and see that there's fucking snowing.
Yeah, but that was crazy. I didn't really look into it too much, but like, I heard it snowed out there.
Yeah, it's snowing on the beach. It was like snowing on the beaches in California. You had they even had travel issues because it was snowing.
Because they don't know how to deal with snow.
No, they don't. I mean, you're talking about like now in the mountains in California. Yes, there's normally freaking snow. But there's that much even more snow up there. It's covering houses, and what I mean, not just on top of houses, all the way up where you don't see houses. All you,
snow.
yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of snow that's
I
coming.
wonder what those people do.
Start a fire.
Right, but I mean, like, how do you do anything? How do you get anywhere? How do you do anything?
There's going to be people. There's going to be a lot of children that are born about 9 months from those days.
No. What are we in, February?
Yeah.
So, November?
November. There'll be a lot of November babies.
A lot of November babies in Cali this year.
But even Arizona, like I-40 is really, it's like almost shut down there by Flagstaff. Had really bad snow. Wyoming, that's normal. So Wyoming had quite a bit of snow. It's just like
Flagstaff gets snow too, though.
yeah, but
that blew my mind when I first went out there and it was snowing in
Fucking Arizona.
I'm like, it snows in Arizona.
It's
Then you went
Arizona.
down 17, there was nothing.
yeah,
I'm like,
you go northern Arizona.
Okay, there's two different parts of this.
So Timmy Turbo has to be out there. He's out there in Vegas. Was it snowing out there, man?
No, we should. Well, no, start at the top.
So
Just skip.
I was asking because he's popped up down there. So he's also first. So, so Timmy said Tim's here. We don't know which Tim though, because the thing is, Timmy, you
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if this is you have alter egos.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, are you
So,
on your medication this week, and next week you'll be off and back to Timmy TTs or whatever?
Exactly. It's like show me your TTs. Is this
Yeah.
kind of like is this a me, myself, and Irene situation? Like, let us know, man. Timmy Turbo says depends on where you're going. I think that's pertaining to the companies that you are going to, but it's
Yeah, and like you said, sometimes the companies work out in your favor. You know what I mean? Like, so, hey, they're offering me something more regional, something where I'll get home more often. Like, don't get me wrong. If you take training away, I know I can go to a second-tier company and make more money than what I'm making here.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
they just can't meet the training pay. You know what I mean? Like, so.
definitely. Timmy Turbo also says seems like they would send you to your home terminal. You would think that they would, but a lot of these companies won't do that.
Right, they send you where it's most convenient for them to send you at that time.
Right, because
I
at that
think most
point they don't
people-
care about you anymore. They didn't care about you before either.
And that's a positive notion, I think, too, with Prime. Prime would probably let you turn your truck in wherever. You know what I mean? Like, hey, this is my 2-week notice. I want to turn my truck in at Salt Lake. I don't think they would really care. Like, all right, cool. We'll get you routed out to Salt Lake. You know what I mean? Like, when you get there, you get there. You know what I mean? Like, so then hop on over to CR England like a fucking idiot. And
Yeah, you're gonna realize, fuck. You're gonna realize that you made the wrong damn choice when you go over there.
yeah. Peg leg was
Peg
close,
legs
man.
in there. Peg legs late. He says KK. Oh
Yeah.
one more
you
K.
was-
Like,
one
one more K. You
bro.
trying to get fucked
You
up.
was- You was gonna get fucked up.
He says I'm a little late, and so was he. Must be a flatbed.
Hey.
Also, Timmy Turbo also says, hopefully all this snow fills Lake Mead. Dude, it's going to take a lot more snow. It's going to take a lot more snow than what like they're getting out there to fill up Lake Mead now. I mean, Lake Mead is like almost all the way down bone dry.
Ooh.
And that sucker used to be have these whole bunch. Timmy
Well,
Turbo
it's all gonna
says,
come
yes,
from
it
that mountain
snowed. So, hey man, why it's snowing in Vegas?
Hey, that's got to be awesome.
Dude, that's got to be crazy. I know that there's a few, maybe one time a year that it'll get like a little bit of snow. But was that snow actually sticking out there? I'm kind of curious on
Wait,
that.
look at me, that's Timmy.
I'm
I
talking
wasn't
to
there.
you and him.
Right, you're asking, did it stick out there? I don't know. Timmy knows. He was there.
I was seeing your opinion because the fact is you also know that it's warm out there, so you're wondering if it fucking sticks or not. I was looking for your opinion, shithead.
You were wondering if it stuck or not. We literally have a dude right here that can answer that question.
So it says, how do you really know my name is Tim? Honestly, we can't say, yeah, we know your name is Tim, but...
Because you told me.
We've also been doing this for a while. You've been on our shows for a while. You've been on numerous shows. I would assume that your real name, if it wasn't Tim, would have come out by now.
I don't know. It's pretty good. Bro, you know what would be crazy? Is that that's really Russ.
Leonardo DiCaprio and his 20-year-old. He had to put that in his 20-year-old girlfriend. It seems like Peg like a little jealous. I think that's what it was. Leonardo DiCaprio and his 20-year-old girlfriend got snowed in Los Angeles. They got snowed? Is that like a way of it, like just to get showered with cocaine? Is it?
That's what I was wondering. Like, do you mean they were in that? They're in the house doing coke, or
It's like, what does that actually mean? He says, my name could be George or Fred. Really, those two?
oh,
Really,
Fred? Yep, that's it from now on.
Freddie.
Timmy Turbo, the Fredmeister.
Timmy Turbo also says, just don't ever call me late for dinner.
Never would, bro. That we do know
will not do
factual.
that. Yeah, these are no.
We do know facts.
We do know it's like it's if McDonald's is a
long
calling.
live Big M.
Yeah,
Golden Arches, baby.
It's like if McDonald's is calling, you going.
Yeah.
He says no, it wasn't. So I guess it wasn't sticking out there. But
Well,
that's got to be crazy though.
Snow in Vegas was nuts. Snow in the desert.
That would be insane. Like, you go out there and you're just like, it's supposed to be warm, desert. Imagine being drunk coming out of the casino. Like,
the fuck
what is going on? What the hell am I drinking?
They put something in my drink, bro.
John Gonzalez, what's going on, man?
What
What's
up,
up,
Johnny
fellas?
boy?
How's everybody going? How's everybody doing? I'm sitting in Junction, Texas. The pilot checking out the deer across the way. No, don't hit them.
Yeah. Break out the old knife. On one of them little sticks and
Exactly. You go out there, you get some dinner.
Yeah.
You get some free dinner.
Old school.
He says sticking. No. Okay, we already. Yep.
Yep.
Peg Leg.
Thanks, Fred.
His Peg Leg says, "Do you guys know my real name?"
Peg leg.
Exactly.
Do I need to know more?
No. It's like that. If
What
not,
would you like us to call you, Peg?
Exactly. Like, what's up with all these?
Apparently, Timmy Turbo wants to be George Fred.
Yeah. Apparently, I'm turning changing my name to Prime.
He's got two first names.
Mm-hmm. Like Winston.
I told him we was gonna call him Winnie.
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 Timmy Turbo says it's been a cold winter this year there or here. Yeah. The thing is, and we.
Just so you know, winters are generally cold.
These are facts. Yeah. Normally it's supposed to be.
Welcome to normal winters.
Yeah. Normally it's cold out here in the Midwest. It's normally cold. It's always going to be cold.
But what are we going to do now? Global warming is now global freezing again.
Dude, that bullshit, like the whole global warming crap, even if it says global warming, it gets colder. So it's like, it's bullshit. Man Bear
That's
Pigs.
why they call it climate change now.
Yeah, my Man Bear Pig's on some different shit. Bro, did you see that there is I was watching this, and I got to see if it's true or not, but there is a crack that is starting
In the
to
Liberty
form.
Bell?
No, that's been there.
Oh.
There's a crack that's forming in Africa that's showing that's like a fault line that could split the country.
I did not, but that's nifty.
Yeah, I seen that. I was like, I didn't know if this was fake, fake news, all that bullshit.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was fake,
Yo,
but
cats
then
are good with that fake nonsense, man. I don't trust nothing no more.
but they were showing photos of this. There's a crack in it. It's going down. It's a fault line that's starting to go down the continent.
I trust the Joe Rogan experience. If those weird cats tell me
That
it's happening.
motherfucker's on mushrooms. How the hell is
He
he going
brings
to trust
on
anything
guests.
he's saying?
He brings on guests that know these things, man. He doesn't know.
They're
They tell
all
him.
on mushrooms.
Whatever.
They're all high
There
as
was-
hell.
There was a fucking line with salt and yeah, I've seen it anyway.
John Gonzalez says it was 26 degrees in Lordsburg, New Mexico last night, and man, the wind was blowing. We didn't even go hear your bullshit about wind. We got wind out here. We had wind tearing freaking houses apart.
Did we?
Yeah, Oklahoma City did this last week.
Oh, my house is good. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Although it was windy here too.
Even my mom's out there actually had some really bad. They had a tornado that was just north of them. So yeah, there's actually
When is tornado season?
tornado season. Okay, so tornado season is kind of opened up to where it used to.
Hey.
There's really two tornado seasons now.
Oh.
Normally, you get especially in the Midwest, like your tornado season usually runs between May and August. June usually ends up being, well, actually, sometimes it starts in April, but in June usually ends up being the time where you usually get your bigger tornadoes.
Right.
And then there's a secondary, there ends up being a secondary tornado season now that is starting to form in, so around like October, November, and even towards like a little bit towards the beginning of spring. So it's weird. Because like right now, they weren't expecting to actually have the tornadoes like what they did like in Oklahoma this early. Like there was a little bit of an outbreak.
But that's the high low temperatures and all that other good shit with the uppities and the downities and the warm and the cold, and they come together and go, wow.
Yep. There's your weather.
There's your weather report, folks.
So that's one thing too that I didn't really care about weather when I was out in California, because I mean you get earthquakes, you can't really forecast an earthquake, but I mean it really didn't have to worry about fucking weather so much.
Right.
Out here, whenever I moved out to the Midwest, I started studying more of like the weather stuff and what it looks like and what to look for on radar and what to look for in the clouds, and that actually helped me going forward into truck driving. Seeing cloud formations and what those look like and what that looks like on the radar, what you really don't want to drive into, as opposed to, oh, that looks really ominous, but you're good, it's just moisture.
Right.
So like I learned like what a hook echo is. I learned what a what the cold front looks like coming in, what it looks like with the clouds. Like whenever you know that you're going to end up having a really bad night, the clouds end up kind of looking like almost they're really rounded out. Like it's almost like a blanket of clouds, but then you see like ripples, almost like it's an ocean.
Right.
And that means that towards the night, it means you have a cold front that's coming in that you could end up having potential issues. Also, whenever you're driving down the road and you see really dark clouds, but then you see that they have a line that's green, that means you have hail. So like I learned a lot of this stuff.
A shameless plug here, because I have no shame. Recently, you did a show called Tune In Tuesday.
We did.
With one TB Harris.
We did.
If you missed it, go check it out.
Go check it out. It's a lot of fun.
One day we should have him in and do a whole weather thing, because that dude is stupid on that stuff too. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And so like even like
and the aliens.
So I'll bring up this cool little feature now that we can actually share, screen share, and I'll show you guys what I mean by hook echo.
Hook echo. Oh, you had this planned.
Not really.
You did. That's why it's up. That's why you were ready. He was ready. Can they see you do this?
Not yet.
Oh. Can they still see us?
Yes, they can.
Hey, I'm back.
Hey, so what we're going to show is basically what the hook echo ends up looking like. And here we go. So the hook echo, if you guys can see that here, is basically when the cloud formation, basically you have where you see all the reds and you see that little bit of a curl, that's where you have an inflow.
Can they not see your mouse move?
No, they can't see that.
Move it around.
I don't think they can't really.
Oh, because you're not on the page, yeah. Can you make that the whole page?
I can make this so maybe this is you have the phone. Look and see what it looks like on the damn phone.
Yeah.
So this here with that little hook of what you guys have, I don't know if you guys can see the cursor of what's going on. You have, so what this ends up looking here is they almost call it like a screaming eagle. So down here at the bottom, you have really where your rotation is, and this is your main energy. So you have all these, you normally end up seeing striations. Why don't you click on it there, smart guy?
I'm working on finding it.
But a broad hook echo event in reflectivity, so located with a broad low-level mesocyclone, which is an oval.
Yes.
So you can't see the cursor?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's very small, so you should really make that screen the whole screen.
Okay. But yeah, that's what... So that's just an idea, and that's what they end up seeing when it comes to hook echoes and that kind of stuff. So it's that and hail, like the way the clouds end up looking. I'll even show that one, see if I can go in here.
You got to make that the whole screen, though. It would look a lot better if you did that.
Okay, so let's see if we can do that. Oops. Let's do the window. Oop, can't do that. Yeah, no, this is gonna be the best time. This is gonna be the best way. Yeah, because I'd have to open up an entire window, and this is a lot easier up here just to click this. There we go. So what I can do, I think.
Nope, it's still on us.
I know. So I can do this and make it there.
Yeah, see, that'd be. Wait, I'm waiting for it.
A little delay.
Hey, there it is.
So can you see the cursor now?
Yep.
So
Much
that's down here, like especially down here towards you see that little bit of an arrow. That's where your tornadoes are going to form. So this is all air that is being sucked in to this low level or the mesocyclone that's forming this hook. So if you look, you have all the air that's usually over here, which normally ends up being cold air or warm air, just depending on what the storm system actually is. So it's going to suck it into here, and this is where you're going to get your rotation. But if you look at it on radar, you're going to see it's almost like a screaming eagle formation. So you have the beak of the eagle that's down here, which is that hook echo, and then you have the rest of the head. And normally, you sometimes end up having the wings that come out here, and they call that the screaming eagle.
You said head.
I did. Mm-hmm. But also, so you end up having, so that's one way that you end up seeing when it comes to the weather. So you have to be really, you got to be really smart when you're looking out there and look and seeing these things as you're going forward. Use the really good apps. Mine, the one I end up using the most is My Radar. That's the name of the app, is My Radar. That's the one that the most of the storm chasers actually end up using in Oklahoma. So that ends up being really flipping like smart. So also if I might be able to show this here. So what hail? Give me a second, peoples. If I can bring it up. And I can't see it. Not jail. This is what does jail look like in the clouds. Like,
Jail is crazy.
There we go. So, perfect. Whoa, shit. We're doing different stuff. Hold on. All right, so now I will bring this in and show you guys what this ends up looking like on hail. So when you have the hail, what you end up seeing whenever you're going to drive and you're seeing these green tints, that's what you're going to start to see, like you're going into some hail. So that, and see like these little bubbles, like what I was talking about earlier, is like you have these little striations, these bubbles, that means you're going to have some really nasty weather coming in. That over here, so even you got hailstorms over here, you see that green tint, that's because that the moisture and the light is reflecting off of the hail particles in the air, and that's making it to where it has that green tint. So that's just little meteorology stuff. But this is stuff that you're going to have to look at, especially whenever you're out there driving. You're going to have to learn what these clouds end up looking like. That way that you can end up being, okay, I can go ahead and keep driving. Or like what a cold front looks like. And normally associated with a cold front, like whenever you end up going up towards, especially towards Wyoming, and you see the cold front, normally that's associated with wind. So you can tell when you're going to be getting into really windy areas because of how the clouds end up looking. So this is just, it's basically a better way of keeping yourself like situationally aware. So there we go. So let's get some of the comments, because I know you guys are going to be busting my balls when it comes to basically turning myself into a weatherman. So let's go and get it. Timmy Turbo says it's not supposed to be cold here. And I'm actually fully clothed. I think most of society thanks you for that. So I think that it was like, hey, we're gonna make it cold. That way Timmy Turbo puts his clothes back on. Steven Lowe, Fubar, yes sir. Fubar. Steven was he came over to the Tune In Tuesday with Sticks. So you guys check those videos out. Check out that live. Come on in on Tuesdays. It is a lot of fun. We talk about music. We play some music. It is a blast. We have all kinds of people on this week. I believe we're going to be having Tennessee Flatbedder. He's going to be coming in on Tuesday.
What?
Mm-hmm.
He knows music?
Everybody knows some music.
Good point.
Get your brother freaking going, man. Bring him in.
Dude, I'm watching the show. It's pretty good.
Yeah, sure. Pegley says, my real name is Brian Dees. I'm being honest. No D's nuts jokes, please.
You can
what
say
is it?
please. Manners don't mean we're not going to do it.
So let's see. Look, Pegley, look. Timmy Turbo, take some stuff from Pegley. He put his real name out there. So I'm guessing what your real name is Timmy. No, I'm not saying it's Turbo, but Pegleg is putting it out there. Being 100%. Hey, this is me. Do what you will. Let's see here. Timmy Turbo says that picture looks like he was having an acid trip. Which one? The Hook Echo one? See, look, I knew it was coming. Get Fitz a bow tie and a checkered shirt. He can be a nerdy weathered man. Yeah. That's what I get. Trying to educate y'all motherfucker, and you ain't gonna freaking let me educate you.
He was educated. You just the education I feel would go farther if you were wearing the bow tie.
Really,
The
Justin?
nerdy outfit.
This show is very informative. You're putting your own comments on here.
I'm watching this really cool show, man, on the YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, you should check it out. His name's Primetime Fitz. It's pretty good. They got some good people in the comments, too, man. Good people.
What the fuck? Stephen Lowe says, I see clouds. I just raise hell. Praise Dale. What the hell?
That's right.
Do it for
I
Dale.
just saw a thing. Do it for Dale.
Do it for Dale.
Do it for Dale. I know a thing of truth because I fucked up a thing or two.
Stephen Lowe says, yeah, apparently Styx needs therapy. Yeah, after all the music that we kind of put him through, like he's opening up his horizons when it comes to the different music that we all listen to. So, Justin says no promises, Peg Leg.
Yes.
I'm not going to make any of the jokes on there.
I said there's no promises. Today's a good day for it probably not to happen.
It's because Sean's little brother. What?
It's because he's Sean's little brother. Why Styx needs therapy.
Just being in our family.
Man, read the comment, bro. I know it wasn't. I'm trying to type and not let you see it.
I'm not going to click on your comments no more.
That's bullshit.
But that's a little bit of. So what kind of hold on. Fits in a bow tie and checkered shirt is Revenge of the Nerds all over again. Yeah. Yeah. Fat edition. I don't think I can find a checkered shirt that fit my big ass. So what kind of weather like have you driven through? Like the worst weather that you have driven through.
Man, you see me over here trying to watch this show.
Would you answer the damn question?
You want to?
Or I'm taking away the do.
Got another one over here.
I'll take them both away.
You can't. You're way over there. I mean, I've been through it all, man. Snow, rain, sleet, hail. I mean, I've been over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we went. You know what I mean? Like,
what was the worst?
hard to say. Because it's kind of like mountains, dude. You know what I mean? Like, do you know where the twin sisters are? Mm-hmm. I have no idea. Do you know?
What the fuck?
Do you know Eagle? You know where Eagle Pass is?
Yes.
I have no idea. You know what I mean? Like, because I don't care. The shit goes up, it goes down. You call it what you want to call it. You know what I mean? Like,
what the fuck does this have to do with weather?
It's the same thing in weather, right? Like, I just don't pay attention to it. I just kind of go.
And this is
like, and then I end up where I'm trying to end up.
And this
so,
is,
like, what is the worst? I don't know, really.
This is why eventually Justin is going to end up on the side of the road, picked up by a tornado and tossed.
I mean, I'm itching to see one.
You're itching? You see one?
Yeah, I want to see one. I lived out here for like 8 years. Slept through the mini one that hit my neighbor's house. And the other neighbor from down the street was like, man, did you guys take shelter last night? Like, from what? Like, bro, we were so naive to that shit. Like, didn't even know that happened. Slept right through it. We were like, man, that wind is kind of loud.
And the reason why that we don't really get them in Springfield or in Nixa Ozark, the way that the topography of the land is, you're almost in a small little bit of a valley. So you're going to have like the bigger storms. Yes, Joplin ends up being hit. Obviously, Joplin had the really bad tornado. Hell, so did Oklahoma City. But you have you have the mountain range. You have the, why am I forgetting, the Ozark Mountains that kind of break up what those strong systems are. So they kind of do a little bit of a reset. And then after they get past Springfield, then they start picking back up again.
Right.
So that's why you see a lot of times that.
I was actually down the street from the one that hit Joplin.
You were there?
I wasn't there. I was down the street. But I drove through there. I was supposed to pick up shingles that day, the day after it hit. And they said no thank you.
They probably needed shingles.
No, they said no thank you. Well, we picked them up in there. They're like, no thank you. You can find loads somewhere else right now. We're a little busy. We're a little busy trying to pick up all the shingles that flew around. It was super odd though, man, because like when you go down the street, it's like building, no building, part of building, building. No building.
No building.
You know, like across the street. So as you rode down, like straight down the Ave, like it was nuts to see it.
Being that we can have the little clicky deal, so let's put in Joplin tornado.
Yeah, look that up.
So I like to test. I like to look at it, especially when it comes like with the Joplin tornado and any kind of tornado. Really, it's almost kind of like God's like thumb, putting his thumb down and just kind of wiping. So we'll look here, and this, we'll go ahead and share it. Let's go back over here, and let's bring it up. So with a Joplin tornado, here's your path. So you have an EF4, it maxed out at an EF5, which is the Fujita scale. That is really, it's a multi-vortex tornado, so you have multiple vortices inside the main cone. So what's crazy is if you look over here and you have the idea of what the tornado ends up looking like, well, inside that tornado, especially when they get to the size of what the Joplin tornado was, you have multiple vortices that end up forming inside of the cone that will pick up things and basically throw them. So started out multi-vortex tornado, hit Joplin, turned into an EF4, then went up to an EF5, and ended at an EF4. That's a really long track for a tornado. So, I mean, you had some catastrophic damage right there in the middle of it. And most of these photos here are going to be from where that catastrophic damage is. So the problem is not necessarily how far or how hard the wind is blowing. It is what the wind is blowing. And so, especially when you have images like this, where you have major structural damage to buildings and everything like that. Normally with the EF5, you're dealing with things that are being taken down almost like they'll actually take up the entire foundation. So, and we'll just go back over here. But that, with the Joplin tornado, man, that was a really bad one.
And it hit in the middle of the night.
Right. This one here, and the next one that I'll bring up is the Moore, Oklahoma tornado.
That one you could see coming.
Yeah, that was during the day.
That was stupid. People were like,
so the Moore tornado.
That was a big one too.
That was an EF5. So we'll go back over here, and we will go ahead and bring this back up. So the Moore.
I look so cool in that picture.
Yeah. So the Moore tornado, and like I was saying before, when you have a damaged path like this, it almost makes it look like it's God's thumb that just basically just wipes everything out. So you had damage here, and you're talking about that it ripped up foundations. This was an entire housing community that just completely just got leveled. So the widest that the base of the tornado was at its widest point was 1.5 miles wide. So you're talking about, whenever you see the photo here, where you have, that is all EF5 damage. So when you have EFI, it is ripping up the ground. That's how bad that this stuff ends up being. So, and the thing is, whenever it's just being knowledgeable, and this is what you're going to have to deal with, especially is whenever we go from, and see, this is what I'm talking about, being close to about 1.5 miles. That's actually the better one, being about 1.5 miles wide. That is a major tornado on the ground. And unfortunately, the way that it works in Oklahoma is that you have, there's your wall cloud. So basically it looks like a wall because your clouds are so low to the ground. That's when you hear wall cloud, that's what they're talking about. But the
good thing I never heard of it before.
The thing with Oklahoma is that the path that this tornado ended up taking, it even tossed cars into the
it was a school, wasn't it?
There was a school, but that was the Norman Healthplex. So that was the
hospital.
That was the hospital, and it tossed cars into like the hospital. Picked up cars and threw them. Picked up semi trucks and threw them.
That's what I do for a living.
So that's one of the things you guys got to look at is that it will pick up a fully loaded semi truck and toss it.
That's a good one.
Yep, there's your. Can't bring it up.
Oh.
Yeah, I won't let it do it because I think it's because of the video. But there, if you look down over here in the corner, this is where you can see this is a good indication of that being about 1.5 miles wide at the base. I went down here to help with the relief on it, and it is crazy because all these houses are leveled. These houses are untouched.
Yeah, that's the nuts part, man.
So your neighbor can have like this. So look, like you have a little bit more of a structure with this house here. These houses across the street, all the way down to the foundation. It's really weird how those dynamics work. But these are just some things that you learn. Like just being more self-aware of the job that you're doing. Because like I say, you could pick up a fully loaded semi truck. We're talking 80,000 pounds and just toss it like it's a little child's toy. So I mean, you see
Danger, Will Robinson.
You'll see grass being embedded into steel to where like an I-beam,
right? To
where it will put grass into the I-beam. Like not to where it's like, oh, it's just like it's pressed up against it. No, you can tell that it's actually needled into it. So it's crazy stuff.
Boring.
Steve says the
Just
worst.
Drive into it, dude.
Yeah, it'll be the last thing you do. It might be a good ride for like a second. The worst is Wyoming, especially last week and a half. I was stuck in the midst of it all. Just got out Thursday morning.
Oh yeah, I heard that was nuts.
So this is something that normally this will happen whenever you're out there driving, especially whenever it comes to snow. There's times that you could actually be stuck on the side of the road. Can't type and talk at the same time.
Yeah, he can't do much at the same time. You should see him chew gum and try to walk. It's kind of funny.
That's why I don't chew gum anymore.
Yeah. Way to ruin the rest of our entertainment.
Let's see here. There was a really good photo that I'm trying to find, and I'm not finding it. What was that on I-80, right?
Oh, I don't know what you're looking for. I'm not very internet savvy, so I don't look for these things.
Oh,
Roads are like blood veins.
Let's see.
There's always that one.
So here's a good one. This is going to be at a truck stop. So let's go ahead and we will share this one here. So some of this stuff here, like we had situations that were like this here, and these guys were stuck actually on the road. Like this was when I-80 actually had gotten shut down, and there's a good little one for it. So trucks to the side of the road completely stuck. They can't go anywhere. There's one that was actually in California, a prime truck that was actually stuck up there for a while as well. This is why that you guys got to make sure that you guys have supplies on the rig. You got to make sure that you have some means of being able to keep yourself warm and keep yourself like with food on that truck whenever these types of situations happen. Because this can be however long that you might be sitting out there, it can be the difference between life and death.
Yeah.
Because especially if that bunk heater, like with my bunk heater, stops fucking working, we need to have some way of being able to make sure that you have warmth, that you have food and water. So especially during the winter months, I like to have, especially when I was going to OTR, I like to have at least have a couple gallons of water inside the truck. I like to have a wool blanket, a sleeping bag, a good thermal sleeping bag, and an emergency blanket. So the emergency blanket is like the little Mylar blankets that they come like a little packet like this, right? They fold out and they're looks like you're wrapping yourself in aluminum foil.
Ah, yes. Look at me, I baked potato.
But exactly, but that it keeps your heat in. So those are some of the best things to actually have. When it comes to food, make sure you guys have some canned food, stuff that you SpaghettiOs, Chef Boyardee is the bomb, or any of the prior military people out here, MREs. You can buy the MREs. You can buy them on Amazon. They end up getting a little bit pricey, but that's close to around a 3,000 calorie meal per bag that you end up are able to make sure that you're staying, that you have food that, believe me, after you eat that, you're going to have to try to find a bathroom about a week later because it's going to freaking block you up like there ain't nobody's business.
Well, that's kind of good too because you got nowhere to poop.
You got a whole bunch of white to go poop into. I'd go outside and go do that.
Yeah, but it's cold out there. So if you can not have to poop, that'd be good. Right?
Yeah, facts. That means just don't eat the gum in the don't eat the gum in the damn in the MRE. That is actually it's helping to help you go.
Oh, don't eat the gum.
Don't eat the gum. But that is that's some of the stuff that us as truck drivers like that I like to keep on the truck. What's the stuff that you like to keep on the truck?
Shit, man, we just wing that.
God, just fucking.
Yeah, dude. Trucking career's been weird, man. Live on the edge, bro. Take it as it comes.
You don't have to live on the edge. You can be smart.
Yeah, you could be, but then where's the fun in that? You're all prepared and shit. You don't know what it. So yeah, you gotta be out there unprepared, ready to go.
Stephen Lowe says 7 dang days.
7 dang days.
Hey man, you got any?
You skipped my damn comment, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Did
That's
my-
it.
did
It's
my
because
other one get up there?
because he's Sean's little brother.
Oh, my other one must not have got up there.
It's up there.
Did you delete
No
it?
promises, peg leg. I clicked on all your
No,
stupid
I
comments.
put it. I put another comment on there that says that's bullshit. You will click on this comment. It
Nope.
must not have. I must not have hit send.
You did not. So 7 dang days. Hey Steve, if you got any photos of that, man, send it to me via Messenger, and we'll go ahead and pop them up and show them up on the feed. Just make sure you have clothes on. We ain't gonna put that out there. Timmy Turbo gonna fuck us up like that. Jared said today was fun. Got to watch the inflows. So they actually, because they lived over by my mom, they had that tornado situation. Like so, what he's talking about with the inflow is what I was showing on the diagram earlier. Is you have at a point whenever all the wind's pushing and it's you have a really big push of wind that's pushing into this low pressure system. Well, then all that other pressure needs to actually fill the hole that just got pushed in. So that's an inflow. So you have the tornado that's starting to curl, or that vortex that's starting to curl in. And when it does that, it's sucking in all of the really cold air to get it to start to spin. So that's when you start to see, like, if you're close to a tornado, you'll see the wind going towards it, not coming towards you. So the wind is actually being sucked towards the storm in order to help it spin. So whenever you have it stop and it's stopped freaking blowing towards it, and then you start to have your ears pop, then you're in the danger zone. Like you got some issues.
Highway to
Yeah.
the. Ooh, I was taking old Dev on a tour today, and they were watching Top Gun 2 in the movie theater.
Oh, we've watched that.
Yes. But they have it upstairs. At Prime.
Because fuck, it's almost been a year.
I know. I'm just saying. That's awesome. It's awesome that we have that movie.
Hell yeah, it's a good movie.
And if you haven't seen it and you work at Prime, it's at the terminal.
Yep.
You should go watch
Steven says, yeet.
it.
Yeet. Slip Dog 04 Jump Seat says, it's been a while. How's everyone doing? We're going good, man. How are you doing?
Well, you know, Slip Dog 04 Jump Seats. Things have been a little rough on me lately. You know, just a lot of hard work. You know what I mean? Like time. Not feeling very good. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to hang in, you know? Sorry. Carry on. I'm good, bro.
He's not your therapist. Shit.
Well, I thought he wanted to know. But okay, fine. Share my own problems with my own time.
Okay.
Share them with myself. Sit down with a mirror.
So Steven says, I got lucky. I was on the road. I was on the road 8 hours. I was only on the road 8 hours. Okay, so he must have just like got supplied and everything like that. So
Yay.
So that's good, man. Did he end up being stuck over at a truck stop, or were you stuck on the side of the road? Timmy Turbo says, if you got to drop a deuce, you got to drop a deuce. Snow works good. See, that's what I'm saying. If it's hard packed snow, you can almost make it into a little toilet. And you can have a toilet so you can take it out there and just put it in the snow.
And I'm sure, like, if you poop and then you go to the other side, it's like having a bidet.
A boudoir.
Boudoir.
That's like what Brandon usually says. It's a boudoir.
Poop here, dip here. Poop here, dip here. You know, like just dip the poop.
But like you said, you ain't gonna go outside whenever it's stupid cold.
All right. Wait. Well,
You'd probably just be hanging your butt out the freaking window.
You gotta take a deuce.
Just imagine like the freaking like the highway patrol is coming to check on everybody, make sure that everybody's okay, and they just walk up on the truck and realize that all your waste is freaking in a big hole next to the fucking truck. Like, hey, had to go, man.
You left me here.
Exactly. So the other thing is too.
You should have seen this bear. It just came up. It was weird.
Slip Dog says, I was just listening to you, bro. The grind can be rough. Trucking is hard, local or OTR. Oh, so he's really trying to be your therapist. Okay.
Well, you know, I try to be local, but they like push me to the OTR thing, acting like I'm a truck driver or something. I'm not. I'm just a little fake little trainer. Wake up. Shit. Sorry for everybody at home. But he totally didn't see that coming.
I did not. But yeah, when it comes to like, especially when you're going out there driving, just be weather aware, guys. Be smart. When it comes to wind, just stay away from it. Even if you're fully loaded, like what
Run to it. Nobody lives forever.
Fuck. Don't. This is not safety, Justin.
Heard we're putting pig hearts in people.
Didn't work.
It's cool that we're trying, man.
But we got.
Don't forget to be the guy. Like, if you don't die, how are they going to try it on somebody else? Donate your body to science.
But so this, just be weather aware when it comes to this stuff, man. Like, be smart. Don't just sit on the side of the road, wait to die. Like, look pre-planned. This is where, like, at the end of the day,
expect it. Run to it.
The word of the day, pre-planned. Like, look at this situation. If you know that you're running into weather, just divert. Try to go down and around it or up and around it. Stay away from it. Stay
the course.
Don't listen to Justin. That's a good safety tip. Don't listen to Justin.
Probably is a good safety tip.
Steven says, side of the road. Side of the road. Well, side of the road, 8 hours. Truck stop 6 days. Left the morning of the 7th day. The 7th day you didn't rest?
No. Well, we know you're not Jesus.
Jesus
is bringing me my load.
Multiple vehicle crashes. The thing is about it.
You're gonna just skip. You're gonna just skip Slip Dog.
Oh, look, my bad. Justin, do you run flatbed?
Wow! Absolutely. It's the only division that matters.
That's not true.
We supply the money for Reefer to do what they do.
What?
These are facts.
Alternative facts.
But still facts.
No, not facts at all. Like, no. None of your shit makes any sense.
It's like, it's my world. Okay?
So we're apparently getting into the segment that Justin starts spewing all kind of crazy shit. So we're going to end this up here pretty quick. So
I listen to all your weather shit.
So multiple vehicle ride. You get a lot, especially up in Wyoming. Man, you get it. So like a lot of the 4-wheelers and the cars, they're just going to drive regardless because apparently they have Justin's mentality that they're the ones that end up getting into those bad situations and the ones that end up dying and unfortunately getting into really nasty wrecks.
Bro, I'm right here.
Mm-hmm.
I have 1 million miles.
Mm-hmm.
Safe driving.
Mm-hmm.
No accidents.
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about?
So we end up getting situations like this here.
Never been in it.
So we'll go ahead and share this.
Never been in it.
So we have situations like this here.
Right. Do you see my truck out there?
Right? It's right in here.
No, I wasn't there, bro. I wasn't there. I'm good at what I do.
But so it's these situations can definitely be avoided.
Ooh, look at that one.
That's just that one? Oh.
Oh, well, I was playing
That's just
that one, but that's a good one too.
That's just a backup. It's not even a wreck.
No, it's just showing the snow.
It won't let me bring it up anyway.
Like the
there it
height,
goes.
the height of the snow.
So heights of the snow, especially when you get up towards Donner's Pass in California, you got really, really high snow. So it's gets like above the top of the truck. So like you have some craziness up there. But these situations can definitely be prevented, guys. They really can. Whoa, I didn't mean I blew it up.
Oh, boom!
So
Look at all those fuckers.
These situations here can definitely be.
Those lazy bastards just pulled over on the side of the road blocking everything.
So those situations, guys, those things can definitely be avoided. Just don't be dumb. Let's see here. Let's see. Jump seat. Oh,
Dude, you are so like Timmy.
Oh, hold on. So I didn't realize there was that many other.
Like he
ones.
was trying to skip you, Turbo.
My bad, Turbo.
He was trying to skip you, Fred.
It says if
that's that bullshit.
If winter shuts you down, drink vodka. The Ruskies do it. Ruskies do it. Don't have alcohol in the truck.
Yeah, just call Turbo. He'll bring it to you.
Yeah, apparently. Steven says, all I know, OTR, can't see in any other way.
That goes back to slip dog.
Oh. Okay. Oh, yeah, local OTR, yeah.
There he
There he
is.
is.
Welcome back, Sean.
I'm tired.
Welcome back.
Slip Dog also says, what's in that Mountain Dew?
Well.
No, just
carbonated water.
Fuck.
Fruit juice, corn syrup. It's a little. The light is a little. Concentrated orange juice. Look at that. I'm getting some orange juice in me. Citric acid. Natural flavor.
I'm guarantee you, I go up to the
Sodium
mountains, I taste the
benzoate.
dew in the mountains. It doesn't taste like that.
Preserves freshness. Caffeine. Sodium citrate. Gum. There's gum in here.
Sodium citrate.
Whatever. There's gum in here. Doesn't feel chewy. Really big word acid. Preserves the freshness.
No shit, fucking acid.
There's a really big word in front of it.
Fucking acid. That's exactly what it is.
Calcium to sodium, ETTA, to protect flavor. And yellow number 5. Kind of like the mumbo number 5. There's also 0 grams of fat, 60 grams of sodium. Ooh, 46 grams of carbohydrates. Look at me going. Total sugars is 46 grams. Includes 46 grams added sugar, 92%. There's no protein in Mountain Dew.
No shit.
Not a significant source of other nutrients.
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 Do I have to read shit for you too?
Possibly. What's that really big word? Begins with the E right there. Mom, I'm very disappointed you're not watching the show, and that's why you're calling me.
Erotic hop or
Yeah, really big word acid.
big word acid. Just say
Really big
freshness
word.
preservative.
I said that after the fact.
So that's a Mountain Dew for you. Jared's saying, "Hey, have a good night, bud. Hey, have a good night, man. We'll see you later, buddy." We're about to get out of here too, so don't worry about that. Stephen Lowe says, "Dying can be pre-planned." That's suicide.
Boom. But it can be.
I guess so. Steven says, I effing really just say fucking, bro. Like this, we're not going to delete your comment. I effing hate this damn truck stop. Which truck stop?
Didn't he say he was at a pilot?
Did he say he was at a pilot?
No, I did believe earlier he said he was at a pilot.
Well, yeah, pilots do suck,
In
bro.
some location. I don't remember exactly where. But he did say his location earlier.
Pilots do suck, man. I hate pilot. Even though pilot now, or not, no, what TA got bought out. But yeah, pilot.
Did
Yeah, they got bought out by BP.
Oh, well, TA and Petro are the same, so they both got bought out. Because TA, when Pilot and Flying J.
Yes, when I say
and
TA,
Petro.
that's why. When I say TA, I'm including TA and Petro.
Right, but do you say Pilot and just expect everybody to know Flying J's a part of that too?
Anybody that matters.
Yeah. Well, I guess those who didn't know TA and Petro were the same.
You delete my comment all the time. I have not deleted your comments. I have
would
never delete
that's-
your comments,
Dude,
Timmy.
you so
That's
OG.
somebody else.
Right, you so OG, we would never. do
Exactly.
that.
I ain't
You
deleting
can
your
say
comments.
whatever you want to say because
You
you
delete
OG
my comments all the
status
time.
in the comments.
Exactly. Ain't no one. I ain't deleting your comments,
You
man.
got us mixed up with another page.
Exactly, man. You going to see other pages, man? Why are you creeping
you
on the
cheating
pages,
motherfucker?
All right. With that being said, Timmy's done pissed us off, so we're gonna bounce out of here.
Whoa, I wouldn't go that far.
I'm going that far.
Damn.
All right.
Delete that comment.
Fitz would not. Like, what the fuck, man? Fine, watch this shit. Hold on. No, fuck, can't do it.
See, we don't even know.
It won't
how to
even
delete
let us.
comments. Don't even know how to do that shit.
Is there a lot of flatbed work in Florida?
There's some. We pick up out of Daytona. We pick out of Tampa.
There's honestly
On
more
occasion.
flatbed loads in freaking Florida than there are reefer.
That's probably equal value because the one in Daytona and Tampa are the same company, just different locations. And that's really the only thing I've ever picked up. Normally we go to Georgia.
See, it won't delete.
Left click.
I'm left clicking. See? Nothing.
He
That's
doesn't
that
know.
bullshit.
We couldn't delete it.
Exactly.
We
So
wanted to.
I can't delete it because I don't know how to delete it. All right. So, see, told you. Yeah, smart ass.
Yeah, you told us nothing because
Exactly.
it's still there.
Exactly.
Biatch!
The only way I can delete it is
By turning you off.
doing. Damn it.
You can't. He doesn't know how to do it. The only
Anyway.
way he can delete it is by ending this
Exactly. And that's what I'm about to do.
and stop you from commenting while we're
So-
here. Because I guess by definition you can still comment on it after.
Yeah. Hope you guys end up having a good next week, man. You guys stay safe, be weather aware. Until next week, man, we're going to see you have a Fubar week.
Boom! And don't forget to tune in on Tune On Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Also, like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, all that dumb shit.
Yeah, fuck that
And then also go check out Tune In Tuesdays
Tune in Tuesday
with Sticks.
with Sticks.
We're going to be bringing in Tennessee Flatbed this week.
Flatbetter Tennessee. FPG. Wow!
You done?
FPG.
Fuck. All right. We will see you guys later, guys. Have a good week.